And Tango Makes Three. In the middle of central New York City, there was a great big park called Central Park. Children loved to play there. It was a toy boat, pool, pond with heather sails boats. It was a carousel to ride in the summer, an ice rink to skate on in the winter. Best of all, it has its very own zoo. Every day, families from all kinds go to visit animals that live there. But children and their parents and their own families at the zoo, the animals make families of their own. There are red pandas, bear families with mothers and fathers and furry red panda, bear cubs, and there are monkey dads, monkey moms raising noisy monkey babies. There are toad families, toucan families, and the cotton top tern families too. And the penguin house, there are full penguins families. Every year, the same time, the girl penguins start noticing the boy penguins. And the boy penguins start noticing the girls. And the right girl, right boy find each other and they become a couple. Two penguins in the penguin house was a little bit different. One was named Roy and the other was named Silo. Roy and Silo were both boys and they did everything together. Bowed to each other, walked together, they sang to each other and swam together. And wherever the Roy went, Silo went too. They didn't spend much time with girl pandas, and the girl penguins didn't spend much time with them. Instead, Roy and Silo went their next to each other. Their keeper, Mr. Ramsey, noticed the two penguins thought to themselves they must be in love. Roy and Silo watched the other penguins made a home. So they built a nest stones for themselves. Every night, Roy and Silo kept up together, and they were like the other penguin couples. Every morning, Roy and Silo wake up together. But one day, Roy and Silo saw that the other couple was doing something they could not. The mama penguin would lay an egg. She and the papa penguin would take turns keeping the egg warm until finally it would hatch. And then there would be a baby penguin. Roy and Silo had no egg to sit on to keep warm. While they had a baby chick to feed and cuddle and love, their nest was nice, but it was also a little empty. One day, Roy found something that looked like they were the other. Penguins were hatching and he thought about their nest. It was only a rock, but Silo carefully sat on it and sat. When Silo got sleepy, he slept. And when Silo was done sleeping and sitting, he swam to Roy sat, and day after day, Roy sat on the rock. But nothing happened. Then Mr. Ramsey got an idea. He found an egg that needed to be cared for, and he brought it to Roy and Silo's nest. Roy and Silo knew what just to do. They moved the egg to the center of the nest. Every day they turned it. And every day warm, Roy days sat and Silo went for food. Other days, Silo would turn care of the egg. They sat in the morning, and they sat in the night. They thought lunchtime, swim time, and supper. They sat at the beginning of the month, and they sat at the end of the month. They sat all the days in between. Until one day, they heard sounds coming from inside the egg. Pep, 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 pep. And Ryan saw the squawk called, pep, pep, answered the dog into the egg. Suddenly, a tiny hole appeared in the egg shell. And then, quack. Out came their own baby. She had fuzzy white feathers and a funny beak back. Now Roy and Silo were fathers. They would call her Tango, and Mr. Gramps decided because it was two to make a tango. Roy and Silo thought Tango would sing, and they would sing with hungry. They fed her food with their beaks and snuggled in her nest at night. Tango was the very first penguin in the zoo to have 2 daddies. Soon Tango grew strong enough to leave the nest, and Roy took her to swim, just like that of the other penguin families. All the children who came to the zoo could see Tango and her 2 fathers playing in the penguin house with the other penguins. Hooray, Roy! Hooray, Scylla! Welcome, Tango! They cheered. At night, the 3 penguins returned to their nest. There were Snuggles together, and the other penguins in the penguin house, and the animals in the zoo, and all the families in the big city around them. They went to sleep.